Hello, it's Paul here. The deer damaged one of my Acers, a purple Acer, and so I've decided to take some cuttings. I wouldn't have normally done this in September, but I thought I'd better have a try saving something. Now, I think it's important to be prepared with all of the equipment and tools that you need for doing this job. So we're going to need something sharp, some sharp secateurs or sharp scissors, or even a sharp knife or a sharp scalpel. I have this big kitchen knife here, which is a bit too big for taking cuttings, but I thought that if one of the deer attacked me while I was trying to do the cuttings, I would at least have some venison. We're going to need some rooting powder. I don't think it matters really which type. I've got two types here. I remember seeing that they can buy hardwood rooting powder, but we're going to take soft cuttings today. I've got some sandwich bags, plastic sandwich bags, which will cover over the little pots. Got a pen and some labels to label and date the cuttings. Kitchen rolls are always handy. Now, I would suggest you need something to disinfect your cutting tool, and there's nothing better than malt Scottish whiskey or Smirnoff. Pour an inch or so of your malt whiskey into a tumbler. This should disinfect your cutting tools. Perhaps best to cover them as much as possible. So the risk of using half a bottle of whiskey, I don't want to use too much. Now, it's totally optional if you want to knock back the whiskey. It's entirely up to you whether you would prefer it neat with ice or with a little bit of lemon. There's a special way that you have to load the scalpel, which I might do in another video for you, but I wouldn't be trying this in, we're not doing abdominal surgery. We're just taking a cutting off a little Acer plant. The other thing you could do would be to wear rubber gloves or gardening gloves, new gardening gloves, and remember to try and disinfect your cutting blade or scissors or secateurs between different plants. You don't want to pass bacteria across from one to another. I'm not sure you need PPE, by the way.
Acers need acidic soil, so it's best to have something that suits rhododendron, azaleas, camellias and so on. This is the Acer I took some cuttings from. Unfortunately, it had a bit of damage from deer, so that's why we took the cuttings.
I've read some varieties of Acer are harder to root than others. Store your cuttings under water until you're ready to get to the next stage. This is the node. The idea here is to cover that little area with hormone rooting powder. Dip the node area of the stem in the mixture. Place it in about an inch, and as they say on Blue Peter, these are some that I did earlier. On this particular cutting, I've decided to take out this little stem here, and the other stem here too. Trying not to cut off my main leaf. Now, I've read a lot of people say you don't leave the leaves on, but I've tried to leave leaf one on. Anyway, some of them have got more than one, so I'll just have to go to the bottom of the class and sharpen the rubbers. Anyway, this may or may not work for those still awake. You'll notice that this is not purple Acer, this is Orange Dream, which I've read about, and having a try to compare that with the purple Acer. Here's my little label. Could be straighter, but I don't think that's going to affect the way they grow.
In the next video, we'll see how it turned out. If you liked the video, please press the like button, the bell for future notifications, and consider subscribing. Thank you.